Welcome, Metal Insider. I am here at Magic City Music Hall in Binghamton, New York, with Joakim from Sabaton.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
Very good, thanks.
You guys, of course, are on this great package tour right now with Trivium and Huntress. And I guess the first obvious question is, how goes it so far?
Very good, I'd say. Among the friendliest people we tour with, Trivium, I would say. We tour with quite a few, and I guess we've been lucky in most cases, but I think these guys take it to the extra mile. Really nice people.
Sure. Now, the big issue is you guys have a new album out called The Last Stand, and another lineup change with this record.
Yep.
My question is, actually my observation is, I should say, this lineup change seemed incredibly smooth. I mean, Toby was out, and it seems like you guys found a new player, in a heartbeat. I mean, tell me about how that went.
Well, basically, Toby said he loves playing music, but not as much as we do it. So we knew a couple of weeks in advance before we made it official. So by the time it was official, we already had Tommy on the hook, if you will. He was coming in, and we played a show on our hometown festival, Sabaton Open Air. We did that with 3 guitarists for half the set. Played all together, and then now we're on the road again.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's great to have you back in this country too. And one of my other observations was I saw you guys in 2015 in Philadelphia with Nightwish. And I don't know if a lot of people are aware of this, but I mean, you guys do have what I would call a diehard cult following in this country. I was outside in the line before the show. About 10 guys, a group of guys, they must follow you guys around. They were diehard Sabaton fans. I mean, you guys are really on a steady uphill climb in this country. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, we've been lucky in that sense. I don't know why, I can't explain it, but no matter where we've been playing, if it's here or over in Europe or Asia, we never had a big boom, but we always had a steady increase, which is kind of comforting somehow. We never had this overnight success that came. So we've actually been slowly adapting to the situation, growing naturally, I guess, as a band. And even though we're, pretty much a 10 times bigger band in Europe, I mean, a good show for us here would be 1,000 people as a headliner, and a good show for us in Europe would be 10,000 people. That doesn't matter at all. It's just that we see that constantly as we're coming back. There's more and more people coming, and I think it's nice. It's also cool for us to get back to the roots in a way.
Sure.
To be at a club in front of, a way fewer people, and you can actually reach out your hand and touch people instead of having, 15 feet of security barriers and shit.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, getting back to the new record, The Last Stand, I mean, this one is another, I don't know, would you call this a concept album? I mean, it has that feel of, defining last battles of several wars. I mean, would you call it a concept record?
Yes or no. I mean, I understand why people would say it. I mean, for us, Carolus Rex, which was, following the Swedish Empire over 100 years chronologically, that would be a concept album, I guess. I guess you could call it this one that as well, but we kind of figured it's a themed album, I guess. The theme is last stands in history, but we're jumping in time. It's almost there's a lot of years of warfare, almost 2,000 years of warfare in there. 2,500 years. First battle represented on the album is the Battle of Thermopylae, 480 before Christ, and then the latest one represented time-wise is the Soviet-Afghan War in 1988. And we're jumping everywhere from Asia to Africa to Europe. So I guess a themed album would be a better way to describe it, but I'm fine with concept as well.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm curious too. I mean, you guys tour a lot, very heavily. I'm wondering, how does the songwriting process go? I mean, do you give yourself a time, a certain amount of time to sit down and flesh out a song, once you have an idea?
Now, collecting ideas is done always, constantly. It could be me singing into my phone or, whatever. When it comes to writing the music, since I'm the main songwriter in the band, it usually means when the other guys get a vacation, I start working. So, before this one, it seemed like we never stopped. But we actually slowed down a bit. After last festival summer, I mean, for a couple of months, for 4 months, we only had 5 shows. And then we did a tour in January, February, I believe it was. And then we had our 2 weeks, and then we hit the studio. So yeah, we were active, but way less active than we normally are. So I had time to write, sit down and write some of the stuff. And happily enough, I had, for the first time now, wrote with Chris as well, our guitar player, and turned out to be exciting track.
Oh, that's great. Well, you know, you also have some very cool musical ideas going on this album, like Blood and Opera, and you've got some bagpipe and some organ on that. I mean, you know, it's a little different and a major key as well. So, you know, tell me about that.
It was actually one of the first songs that was ready for the album, and the first one I wrote, actually, that was specific for this album. And let's just say the guys were a bit surprised. At that point, we didn't know that it was going to be about Scotland, so there were no bagpipes in it yet, because we didn't have the lyrics until later. But of course, the Hammond organ was there, and it took them some time to get used to the fact that major key and Hammond organ, are you going home? You know.
But you know, the other cool thing is about Sabaton music. You know, you guys are able to write about these great moments, these great battles from all these different nations, but you don't get political about it. You're able to distance yourself. Is that always easy to do?
Well, if it's history, it's history. I mean, we don't do politics or propaganda or, you know, anything like that. Or religion, for that matter. On the other hand, in many cases, warfare is a consequence of failed politics. Or religion, for that matter. I mean, it's impossible for us to totally distance ourselves from it. But we make sure that we deal with hard facts. And if somebody has a problem with that, well, they could probably have a problem with history, not us, you know. I think there's so many fantastic stories that are being forgotten in our past, so why make up new ones, you know? In many cases, so many stories, not only ones we sung about, but in military history, there's so many fantastic stories that would beat any Hollywood script. So I'm kind of not understanding why you're making up, you know, I mean, not me per se, but Hollywood is making up new stories that are less cool, less fantastic in every way, you know?
Well, you know, the other thing I wanted to touch on, I don't know if a lot of people in this country realize, you know, we mentioned the success you guys have in Europe. You also have your own cruise and also your own open air festival, which are hugely successful. I mean, those are pretty much ongoing. And, you know, what do you get out of that personally?
Well, fun, I guess. That's the reason we do most things. They all came as most things with us, it came as something we wanted to do or a solution to a problem. The cruise, for example, we started that even before 70,000 tons of metal was a thing. And we did it, our first cruise was 2009, was the first cruise. And basically, it was too expensive, we thought, to go to Finland. Because they, you know, the company who has these boats, they wanted this much money for the tour bus and the crew, and, you know, we thought, that's a lot of money. We're just going over here on a tight budget to, you know, play some heavy metal. Fuck it, let's charter the whole boat. Let's put some metal heads in it. And it worked. And we've been doing it sold out ever since 2009. This year we sold out in 19 minutes, 2,000 tickets. So that's a different show though. We usually do 2 sets in that one. 2 1-hour sets, so it's a longer show than normal. And we don't have any productions for pyro, because pyro on a boat is suicide, you know, obvious reasons. On the other hand, the open air, that was also a solution to the problem in a way. We had a release party coming up for our album, The Art of War. And we didn't want it to be in a bar or something. And there was no proper music venue, so we rented a place and made a small festival. Invited friends or other bands we toured with. Of course, at that time it was indoor and 1,500 people, 1-day thing. Now it's a 3-day festival with an open air situation, and it's about 5,000 per day. But it's kind of still the same thing.
Sure.
Our friends, bands we tour with, you know.
No, that's an amazing thing, especially that you're able to accomplish that in this, you know, musical environment, if you will, with the business climate. But,
yeah, but I mean, maybe that's why it works for us, because we didn't treat it as many of those things as business. I mean, obviously, I realize there is a business side to music and taking care of that as well. But that's a consequence. That's not the main issue. I mean, it goes for the same thing. Even if you're talking about the business, the money, or the success of the band, those are not goals. And I think so many people focus on those things. I think you lose. No matter if you're doing music or a computer or a product of any kind. If we found out for us it works best if we focus on making the best albums we possibly can, the best shows we possibly can, and then if we do that right, all of these other things are consequences that will come out of it.
sure.
And I guess it's the same if you make the best phone in the world, you're gonna make money, you know? Or you are gonna be famous because you revolutionized the phone industry, you know.
Well, you know, before I wrap up with you here, I wanted to mention this. I love reading comments, you know, because people, as I'm sure you know, their opinions vary drastically on everything.
Oh yeah.
And one of the best comments that I've seen that I think rings really true is, I think it was verbatim, "Sabaton is music for victory." I mean, you know, that kind of hit me, and it was like, you know what? Yes, you are. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm happy to hear. I never thought about that, actually. But we do have a lot of people, you know, from the armed forces all around the world, and also people from gyms, actually, use their music. And, I mean, going into combat is an extreme situation, and if somehow that helps, no matter whose side that person is fighting for, pretty sure not too many of the soldiers of the world are, you know, going into combat without thinking about it. So, I hope it's for victory at least. It would be better than Sabaton's music for defeat, you know.
No, I think that fits perfectly along with the just that power and majesty, if you will, of the music.
We try to keep it catchy and adrenaline pumping.
Sure. Well, it's worked this well this long, so you know what? Why fix it at this point? So
yeah, if it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
No, absolutely. Well, hey, there you go, everybody. Joakim, Sabaton new record is called The Last Stand, and it's out on Nuclear Blast. And check these guys out. We'll have a link for you. And hey, Joakim, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I'll see you on the road, or you die. I kill you.